Hello everybody. Hi Achal. Hi Omkar, how are you? Hello. Hi everybody. So hi all. Let me just brief you what's going to happen today in this session. Today we have a founder named Tarun Poddar. So he is the founder and managing director of Foxhog Venture, a venture capital firm that invests in startups. Right. So we will be talking about his journey, how he started his career, and then went into founding venture capital firm, and so on. So yeah. By the way, at the end of the session, I'll be taking some question from you guys. So if you have any kind of question for him, or if you are running your own startup, you can talk to him about how to raise funds, what venture how a venture capital firm works, and what kind of startups they invest in, right? So you can do that, but at the end of the session. So he will be joining us soon, so we will have a great discussion on the same. Once he joins us, we will talk about this question. How are you? I'm doing good, man. Thank you for asking. All right, everybody. Someone said, "What is your startup?" So, Startup Pedia basically share stories of startup founders and entrepreneurs. We help, startups in their brand building. We help them in their marketing and all. So, yeah, how to start a startup. Let's be a part of this conversation, and you will get to know how to build a startup. Rest, you can just follow Startup Pedia, read the stories, and read how they did it. So, yeah, you will get to know. Just be. Can you please introduce yourself? My name is Jamil Akhtar, and I'm the co-founder of the Startup Pedia, by the way. I'm also pursuing MBA from IIT Roorkee, so I'm right now in IIT Roorkee. Hey Tarun, how are you?
Hey, how are you? I'm good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for
I
having
am doing good. Welcome to Startup Pedia, first of all.
me. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Here, in fact, and
Yeah, by the way, I introduce you to the audience, but I think it's better if you tell them who you are, what is your journey, and how you started your career, and then we will move on to how did you went on to pursue MBA and then founded Foxhog Venture.
no, definitely, I think that will be better, I guess. So I hope
Yeah,
that my audio is clear, right?
yeah, your audio is clear, and I think everybody can hear you.
Okay, that's really great. So, hi viewers. Tarun here from Foxhog Ventures Corp. Talking about my journey, but that's really a roller coaster ride. But before moving forward, I think you must know, that what is Foxhog.
Right.
So, Foxhog is a venture capital firm which is focused on rural startups especially. It's not something that we are leaving tier one cities, where all the startups are, but we our main focus is tier two cities. The reason behind about tier two cities, that they are lack of money along with the mentorship too. Okay, and if you
Mhm.
see about any of our bigger startups, either they are Zomato, Swiggy, or any other, many bigger startups are there. I don't see that they are from tier one cities. So like if you see about जो हमारी actual talent है वो कहीं ना कहीं गांव
Mhm. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
राइट और वहां तक पहुंचने के लिए still now I mean still we Indians are following Indian traditional banking system, right?
right.
Where if you need any funds for your business, just go to the bank, just give some, collateral mortgage to the bank, right? And then get the money, right?
Mhm.
Again, many factors are there, like, if you even like, बहुत मशक्कत करने के बाद आपको पैसे मिल भी जाते हैं बैंक से, getting, तो 50,000 की जगह आपके पास आते हैं 35,000 रुपए, 15,000 रुपए आपके ब्रोकर की जेब में होता है, getting,
चले जाती है।
उसके ईएमआई को पे करना है आपको, हाईएस्ट इंटरेस्ट
हाँ,
रेट पे, getting, प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट अगर आप रिटर्न नहीं कर पाते हो, अगेन द बैंकर विल अटैच योर एसेट एंड देन रिकवर द अमाउंट, गेटिंग।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
तो लाइक इम्पोर्टेंट, लाइक इवन आप सबसे पहले बात तो आप पहुंच नहीं पाते हो वहां तक। अगर आप बैंकर तक पहुंचते भी हो, देन अगेन देयर आर लॉट मेनी फॉर्मेलिटीज, लाइक एंड हर्डल्स दैट कम्स, राइट? सो जस्ट ब्रिज द गैप, Foxhog is here. Okay,
राइट।
so imagine, like, just imagine, suppose that you are a farmer, like,
Mhm.
in area, right? I mean, for any season, because like, farming is seasonal thing, getting like गेहूं का time अलग आता है, धान का time अलग आता है, everything is having a different, right?
Uh-huh.
So suppose that for a season, like you need 1 lakh rupees, correct? You go to the bank, right? You just like a certain part of your land you'll be giving to the bank, getting they take they own a ownership from your land and everything, then they give you the money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just imagine, just you come to any VC or maybe Foxhog only, because now we are only there, right? Just go to
Mm-hmm.
Foxhog. You don't have to give any collateral, nothing you have to give to them. Getting you
Right.
simply ask the money, right? We are there to give you, and we simply take a certain and a smallest part of your revenue from your business
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to the bankers. Even if they give you the money, somehow anyhow you have to pay them back.
Simple.
With Foxhawk, the most important part that you are not bound to repay the loan.
Right.
Okay, because
And that's how venture capital works.
yeah, that how they work. So we are actually investing in you. We are not lending in you.
Right.
Getting so this is the difference. Like so, I have seen lot many hurdles. In fact, I believe even I have had also started in a startup in 2013. I failed
Mm-hmm.
because of mentorship, and the most important one because of money. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So even that there were not many things there, जब बचपन में when I was asking money from even I asked I went to the bank just to get loan.
Mm-hmm.
My credit card got rejected. I won't tell you the name. In fact, my loans got rejected. Getting people were telling मैं पैसे लूट के लाऊं क्या, मैं बैंक खोल लूं क्या, तो मैंने बैंक खोल लिया. So this is
But
the
yeah. But yeah. All right. So basically, if I'm, in a nutshell, what you guys are doing is we are providing funds to a startup that operates in tier two cities, right?
yeah, tier two cities.
Right.
We are funding all the startups, like new startups, like even not only the startups, even if you have an idea, okay,
Uh-huh.
come to us, we'll listen to you, right?
Uh-huh.
And the factor is that there might be a question ki, even you are in Delhi, VCs are funding and VCs headquarters are in metro cities, right? Then how the people
Mm-hmm.
from village, they will be reaching to you, right?
Exactly.
So for them, I'll tell you ki we have been running more than 23 branches across India.
23 brands.
Branches, yeah.
Amazing.
And all the branches are working just like a bank. Okay.
Great.
Yeah. Second, we have toll-free numbers. We have messaging systems, which has been integrated with NSDL and Aadhaar integrated APIs, where we are working with them, right? So
Uh-huh.
if it's eligible for your funding, if your idea is eligible for us, then we are there for you. So this is how
Great.
it works.
Basically, you are trying to remove all the resistance that's get between an idea or a startup and someone who wants to invest, right?
Not only
Or
see, not only that. In fact, even nowadays, if you see the trend, VCs are taking over the banks,
Hmm.
right?
Agree.
Just go to LinkedIn and scroll down the news feed, right? I
Mhm.
guess 80% of the news you'll be saying, that this company has raised this much fund, right?
Right.
We have unicorns every week in India, right?
Bilkul.
At the same point of time, we have the greatest rate of NPAs from the bank,
Bilkul.
right? Then where will you go? Of course, to the VCs,
Right. Uh-huh.
right? Yeah. So this is, I think that this is the time. This is in this market, especially this is the time for India, where you
Mm-hmm.
can invest and where you can get invested by the people, right? This is our
Great.
time, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that we should not miss this time.
Of course. Of
Getting,
course. All right.
we are, yeah, please,
Hmm.
yeah, we are
No,
in this era, we are in this era, where Indian is trying to be the prime minister of a British state,
Mhm.
right? So this
Right.
is time. We are we are actually speaking on international international platform,
Mhm.
where people are listening to us. Okay, so this is new India, and I think
Right.
that
Right.
not any opportunity what we are getting.
Right. So that's really great, Tarun, that you guys are doing. Let's go back to your college days. Like you completed your graduation from Delhi University. then you worked for a few years, and then went on to pursue MBA from Stanford University, right?
Right.
How was your college life, and how did you evolve from being a DU student and then working and then going to Stanford? How did you
I'll
evolve?
tell you,
What is that journey?
starting from the scratch, my family was not that much capable to afford a college, honestly. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? This has been becoming a trend, from and by all the entrepreneurs, कि भाई बहुत गरीबी थी, फिर हम आगे बढ़े, फिर उसके बाद हमारे पास कुछ नहीं था, फिर बहुत कुछ हो गया. Getting?
बिल्कुल
No, I mean, success never comes overnight.
बिल्कुल
Getting?
ये एक्चुअली बहुत वो वाली चीज है कि आप कंसिस्टेंटली चीजों पे काम करते जाते हो एंड
Yeah.
थिंग्स improves.
People are asking. Recently, we had completed 2 years in India, right? In March. Okay, so we had an event there at Taz. So people used to ask sometime, that key. I mean, it's been only 2 years that you have done so much thing. Even recently, we had closed $104 million the first quarter we had.
I read that.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, this is not something that I have done in 2 years. Getting? ये मेरी 27 साल की मेहनत है.
बिल्कुल वो क्यूमुलेट होके
Yeah,
अभी दिख रहा है.
exactly. Getting
हाँ.
the same point out. I'll tell you example. Suppose that कि आप किसी ये जैसे कि सब आपकी गाड़ी खराब होगी, राइट? आप जाते हो मिस्त्री के पास. गेटिंग? वो हल्का सा कुछ करता है, राइट? और आपकी गाड़ी सही हो जाती है.
बिल्कुल.
और आप तुम्हें 2 मिनट के 5,000 क्यों दो तुम्हें, राइट? नो, दैट्स नॉट फॉर हिज 2 मिनट्स. दैट इज वो उसकी 26 साल की मेहनत है.
एग्जैक्टली कि उसने मेहनत करी, उस चीज को फिगर आउट किया और ये फिगर आउट किया कहाँ प्रॉब्लम है, तो वो 2 मिनट का नहीं, वो उसके पूरे लाइफ की मेहनत है.
Exactly, right. So I won't tell you that how difficult the days were, because see, Hari, if you are having a dream, then you have to pay for that. Nothing or anywhere, right? So there, and even अब ऐसा भी नहीं था कि भाई मैं सपना देखता था, नहीं, I'll be I mean opening a VC there. These all are the circumstances in everyone's life which makes you somehow and somewhere to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, there is nothing called rocket science maybe, or there is nothing called predefined things. Yeah. So when after completing my 12th, I was that time my uncle he was telling a lot I mean if you get admission in Delhi University, because see जो हमारी एज रही है और आपकी एज रही है, उस टाइम पे क्या होता है, 10th और 12th के बाद हमारे माँ बाप का एक ही सपना हुआ करता था और होता है, ठीक है, वो है इंजीनियरिंग.
मैं खुद इंजीनियर.
Yeah, that's getting. So you are at a better place,
right?
Getting, you get a good engineering college, right? But what interest in mathematics में now? Getting. So I was not interested in mathematics, right? I had got 30 out of 100 in my class 10th in mathematics.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad told that, I mean, examiner has given you a grace number to just pass, Yeah.
चलो पास हो जाओ.
Right. So I was not interested in that. And I believe that what you are not interested, there's no point to waste your time. I mean, I believe that कि एक खराब इंजीनियर बनने से अच्छा है कि अच्छे हिंदी के कवि बन जाओ.
बिल्कुल, बहुत सही लाइन आपने बोली है. एंड अगर हम लोग 4-5 साल पहले चले जाएं तो लॉट ऑफ पीपल जस्ट चोज इंजीनियरिंग बिकॉज उनको कुछ ऑप्शन नहीं दिख रहा था, या उनके पेरेंट्स ने उनको बोला कि इंजीनियरिंग कर लो, एंड दे डिड इट.
एक्चुअली तो दैट इज व्हाट आप खराब इंजीनियर मत बनो, एक अच्छे हिंदी के कवि बन जाओ, एक अच्छा पेंटर बन जाओ.
और क्या, कुछ भी करो, बस अच्छा करो.
Exactly. So then I didn't go. I just got admission in Delhi University के सब कॉलेज जो मेरे घर से लगभग 15 मिनट की दूरी पे है. In Delhi. Yeah. Again, अब if you see about Delhi University's criteria, they are asking 100 out of 100 for the admission.
Right.
So I mean, it was even not my cup of tea. I had 70 plus, right? So third cut-up में मेरा नाम आया था, third or fourth. Yeah. And that was not something the courses which was very famous, that was that BSc in computer science is there, BSc that business management or all, right? So I mean that was like 1995, something like that. So I got a decent normal general BSc, right? The cost that time was 6,000 rupees. I mean semester का charge लगता था वैसे.
सही, बहुत अच्छा.
Per year का 6,000.
Great. मतलब
Yeah, this was something that I had received, completed my graduation, right? Same time, because see, if you're going to the college, right? Okay, you know, uh, in human life, there is a psychology which always goes on, कि जब आप बड़े होते हो तो आपकी आकांक्षाएं बड़ी होती है, getting? और उस आकांक्षाओं को पूरी करने के लिए आपके पास एक दो चीजों की जरूरत है, जिसका नाम होता है पैसा.
पैसा.
राइट.
बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज.
एग्जैक्टली, ठीक है. अब बहुत सारी ऐसी आकांक्षाएं होती है जो अब घर वालों को नहीं बोल सकते आप, ऑनेस्टली. ठीक है. अब सपोज दैट कि आपका बर्थडे आ रहा है कॉलेज में, आपको बर्थडे मनाना है, ठीक है. उसके लिए घर वाले आपको पैसे देंगे, ठीक है. आपको घर अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ आउटिंग पे भी जाना है, ठीक है. तो आप वो नहीं बोल सकते भैया मेरे को वहां जाना है, मैं उसके लिए पैसे दो आप. राइट. राइट. तो लेकिन उस टाइम पे आकांक्षाएं बढ़ती चली गई. गेटिंग? अब ऑप्शन क्या था इस टाइम पे? ऑप्शन बताता हूँ क्या क्या होता है. पापा की जेब से चोरी करना, या ठीक है. और लेकिन अगर पैसे हो तब पापा की जेब में, ठीक है.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
या अगर नहीं है तो देन यू वुड बी गोइंग आउट समवेयर, राइट? गलत काम करोगे आप, राइट? और तीसरा, अगर आपको थोड़ा भी ख्याल है अपने फ्यूचर का और अपने घर वालों की इज्जत का, then you would be looking for some part-time work or something.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So somehow I got a job. Okay. In an NGO. Okay. I worked. Then I also got an admission. Because see, उस टाइम पे अब क्या होता था पता है? लोग ना समझाने वाले कम, डराने वाले ज्यादा होते थे.
बिल्कुल कि अरे यार इसमें फंस जाएगा, पढ़ नहीं पाएगा आगे.
If you are looking for a career advice, if you go back in 2007 or 10, getting, and if you have been looking for a career advice, right? तो उस टाइम पे बहुत सारे इंस्टीट्यूशन का बहुत ज्यादा क्रेज था, जिसमें कि NIT has been the biggest. कोर्सेज बहुत सारे स्टार्ट हुए थे अपने इंडिया में, गेटिंग, टेक्निकल कोर्सेज, हार्डवेयर नेटवर्किंग कोर्सेज.
हार्डवेयर नेटवर्किंग, हाँ.
That was
my brother's batchmate used to do those courses.
An institution, Z-Team was on trend, right? AppTech was on trend.
बिल्कुल.
Yeah, getting. तो अब लोगों ने बताया कि देखो ये जनरल BSc से कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, you need to have a राइट. अब जनरल BSc में भी मुझे C++ के कोर्सेज करने होते थे कॉलेज में, जो मेरी समझ. या तो आई गॉट एन एडमिशन फॉर ए प्रोफेशनल कोर्सेज, 15 months का एक डिप्लोमा करने के लिए. अब वो कोर्स भी मैंने वहां स्टार्ट कर दिया, गेटिंग. सेम टाइम पे मैंने जॉब भी करना स्टार्ट कर दिया. 500 रुपीज, कभी 100 रुपीज, गेटिंग. और उस टाइम पे व्हाट एक चीजें हुआ कर छोटे छोटे काम, फ्रीलांस, जिसमें कि वेबसाइट has been the biggest trend that time, कि कोई वालों, बल्क SMS की सर्विसेज, ये सब बहुत चलता है.
बहुत ज्यादा.
Right. Okay. I'm telling you something practical what I have experienced, and everyone had experience in my age, on that days.
बिल्कुल.
तो अब वेबसाइट बनाने के लिए फिर उस टाइम पे ब्लॉग स्पॉट ज्यादा चलता था. ब्लॉग वो गूगल का ब्लॉग स्पॉट,
क्योंकि उस समय वो इवॉल्व हुआ था, लोगों ने ब्लॉगिंग करना शुरू किया था.
अपन को पैसे नहीं देने होते थे एक्चुअली, स्पेशल बात. ठीक है ना. दूसरा थर्ड पार्टी डोमेन में भी कन्फिगर हो जाता था वो, लाइक दैट, राइट? 4,000-5,000 पे वेबसाइट बनानी स्टार्ट की, दुकानों में जा करके. तो जैसे तैसे मनी स्टार्टेड कमिंग. अब पता है और होती है जमीन कि जब आपको पैसे की बू आने लगती है उस जिस टाइम पे, गेटिंग. तो फिर उस टाइम पे यू फॉरगेट एवरीथिंग, गेटिंग. हैपेंस कि जब आपको एक बार खून लग जाता है ना, शेर को एक बार खून लग जाता है ना,
वो मेरे दिमाग में आ रहा था रेफरेंस.
तो फिर आदत सी पैसे की आदत. या आई मीन बिकॉज क्या होता है कि खुद का पैसा कितना भी कमाओ, गेटिंग, तो उसके साथ, राइट. Now I got habitual for money, my expenses increased, right? Because अब पॉकेट मनी से तो कुछ होता नहीं है, right? Then again, like, once I had completed my graduation, then I got my first job, the permanent job,
Like full-time job.
full-time job in a
हाँ.
okay,
In a
edutech company. एक
अच्छा
like
edit company.
उस टाइम पे like जो आपका स्मार्ट क्लासेस का जो एक्टिविटीज थी वो भी नहीं थी उस टाइम पे, ठीक है?
वो that smart class came into picture जब जियो ने penetrate किया. When Jio
एक्चुअली
came into the market और penetration हुआ इंटरनेट का, then
करेक्ट,
people are starting spending their time online और
हाँ,
फिर वो स्मार्ट क्लास आया पिक्चर में.
पहले की बात करो तो बहुत सारे कंपनीज थी, बट वो कंटेंट उनके पास ही रहा करते थे, ज्यादा नहीं बिकते थे वो. That time that was they were all were doing B2B businesses. स्कूल्स के पास जाते थे, ठीक है, कन्वर्ट करने के लिए. अभी हो गया है,
अभी वो B2C हो गया.
हर एक इंडिविजुअल को बेच रही है, राइट? उस टाइम पे लेकिन एड्यूकॉम्प का नाम सुना होगा आपने, दैट टाइम द बिगेस्ट वन, राइट? एजुकेशन, क्लासमेट एंड ऑल, एक्स्ट्रा मार्क, राइट?
एक्स्ट्रा मार्क बिल्कुल है,
राइट. तो उस टाइम पे एक कंपनी थी, मैं उसका नाम जरूर लेना चाहूंगा, स्मार्ट स्कूल एजुकेशन प्राइवेट लिमिटेड. 7 I got job,
अच्छा.
yeah. तो जो जो हमारे फाउंडर थे वहाँ के, सौरभ जी एंड मुकुल जी, तो दे इंस्पायर. One was from this DC. उस टाइम पे DC हुआ करता था, जो अभी अपना DTU है, Delhi College of Engineering, right?
हाँ DC.
Right, okay. So guy were from there, and they had started this company. I got inspired, right? Okay. I worked there for 3 months. Okay, where I just got उस time पे I just got a very fascinating designation called sales engineer.
Sales engineer, okay.
Okay, so that's fine. I mean, what happens, once you come out from the college, you be formal, having ties and everything, and go to the office, that's a different feeling.
बहुत अलग फील आती है वो.
Okay. Salary was only 13,000 rupees, right? So it's not about the salary, but that given me a lot of learning there, right? Worked. Okay, I left the job. Okay, no, the reason was not that I was looking for better opportunities, right? The reason was that I was looking to create from where I was coming from. Okay, yeah, because I have seen the privileges, I have seen I have experienced something that if you want to change any rule, reach the top and change the rule. There's no any other solution.
Agree, completely agree with that.
This what I experienced there, even आप सड़क पे चल रहे हो ना, लाल बत्ती दिख रही है, आपकी गाड़ी रुक रही है, और एट द सेम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम अगर सीएम की गाड़ी चली जा रही है और आपको लाल बत्ती पसंद नहीं है ना, तो सीएम बनो.
बिल्कुल सेम बनो. Make the change.
Yeah, exactly. So to change any, come on the top and change the rule.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
Do not fight that this rule is not good for you, this is not going toward this, nothing is special.
Exactly. होता क्या है ना कि अभी people have started cribbing more instead of skilling up themselves and making a change. They don't try to bring the change, but they crib
there are people are looking for change, but we should be who can accept the change. This is also the bigger problem, especially with Indian DNA. Yeah, right. All right. So somehow then I that time that lifestyle, that expenses were increasing, everything. 13,000 रुपए में क्या होने वाला है, right? फिर मैंने बैंगलोर, हैदराबाद, इन सब का काफी नाम सुना उस टाइम पे, राइट? काफी लोग जा रहे थे. अगेन आई मूव टू बैंगलोर. ओके, अब उस टाइम पे देखो, हैविंग अ जनरल BSc डिग्री, right, and a diploma, I mean, you can't go to the companies like Microsoft or Google or somewhere else, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, तो ट्रेंड क्या था उस टाइम पे? कॉल सेंटर, जिसको BPO
कॉल सेंटर. हाँ, कॉल सेंटर काफी इवॉल्व हो रहा था उस वाले टाइम पे.
देखो क्या था उस टाइम पे, क्योंकि मस्त 30,000 रुपए की जॉब मिलती थी, ठीक है, 3 महीने बाद क्रेडिट कार्ड आपको दे ही देगी. बिल्कुल, ठीक है. और उस टाइम पे तो सैलरी अकाउंट खुलवाने के लिए भी SBI के अलावा कोई ऑप्शन नहीं था ना, क्योंकि 10,000 चाहिए था उस टाइम पे, राइट? और कॉल सेंटर जैसी कंपनीज आपको एक्सिस, HDFC, ICICI में अकाउंट भी दे रहे थे उस टाइम पे. राइट, मेनी बेनिफिट्स थे उस टाइम पे. I joined Aegis Limited there. Okay, in these BPO services and all. Again, I worked for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
right? Then like अब see क्या होता है like it always like something that I have learned like if you sit with winners,
Mm-hmm.
then the communication is really different.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, वो कहते हैं ना कि इफ यू लाइक यू आर द एवरेज ऑफ 5 people you live around.
Correct.
So that's the case everywhere,
Actually,
कि अगर आप
yeah,
अच्छे लोगों के साथ बैठोगे तो आप अच्छा बनोगे. सिंपल.
definitely. So like अब दिल्ली में क्या है like दिल्ली में like कॉर्पोरेटर्स नहीं है, इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट है सारे यहाँ पे.
हम्म.
समझिए. Go to Bangalore and go to Pune and Hyderabad and all these places like I mean you will see the people who are actually from hardcore corporate. Okay. मैं उनकी
राइट.
बात कर रहा हूँ like जो टाई लगा के और बाहर सिगरेट फूंक रहे हैं.
हम्म.
Yeah, so like I have seen good corporators like then I got connection, I joined Cognizant that time, as a third party role. Okay. Then like वहां पे लाइफ बहुत डिफिकल्ट थी. अब सैलरी थी 23,000 रुपए. गेटिंग मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट, 23,000 में से आप मैक्सिमम 10 से 12,000 रुपए अपने लग सकते हो, घर भी भेजना होता है पैसे.
राइट.
और 10,000 में आपको फ्लैट तो मिलेगा नहीं, पीजी ही मिलेगा वहां पे.
हाँ, और क्या.
या ओके. अब लाइक और पीजी वो भी नहीं मिलेगा लेकिन जिसमें आप अपना मनमाना खाना खा सको. नॉर्थ इंडियन आपको चावल के साथ भी सांभर मिलेगा और रोटी के साथ भी सांभर मिलता है वहां पे. या so food was not good for us. Okay, I couldn't survive, came back to Delhi.
Right.
Okay, then focus up. I have also experienced Delhi for the job, I experienced for the south, right? Again, then I like सोचा अब उसके क्या होता है लेकिन लाइफ में कि अब जब सब कुछ से आप हार जाते हो ना, ठीक है, तो आप उन चीजों पे आते हो जो आप पहले कर रहे होते थे.
एग्जैक्टली.
कि नहीं यार अब यही सही था, अच्छा था. गरी मुझे लगा नहीं, मुझे लगता है पढ़ाई और करनी चाहिए.
अच्छा.
गरी फिर कोशिश करी जीमैट ने, कैट की पहले कोशिश करी. गरी तो नहीं हो पाया, मैथमेटिक्स में इतना भी अच्छा नहीं था. या गरी जीमैट ट्राई किया, भगवान से वो भी निकला. गिरी भगवान भरोसे इसलिए मैंने वर्ड यूज किया, देखो भगवान के भरोसे बिल्कुल मत रहो. या ओके, दिस इज नॉट व्हाट इज लक. कभी एक चीज देखा है आपने लाइक कि जब चीजें हो जाती है ना, वंस एक्शन गेट हैपेंस, राइट, उसके बाद हम उस एक्शन को डिफाइन करते हैं कि या वो भगवान के भरोसे था या आपके भरोसे था. लाइफ में ये होता है. अगर हमें कोई चीज मिल गई तो हम ये बोलते हैं अरे हमारा लक अच्छा था, और कोई चीज नहीं मिली तो अरे भाग्य ही खराब था, राइट. लेकिन उस ऐसे इंसान को बताओ जो पहले बता दे भैया कि नहीं तुम्हारा भाग्य अच्छा नहीं है, तुम नहीं इन चीजों को. नहीं है ऐसा.
ऐसा कुछ होता है.
तो फिर लक कहाँ एग्जिस्ट करता है, मुझे ये बताओ. हाँ फाइन. तो लाइक इट्स ऑल अबाउट कर्मा. गेट, आप कर्म करो, that's okay, right. So again I came back to the education, I qualified GMAT, right. Now
and then you went on to I guess Stanford and pursued MBA, right?
Yeah, no, Stanford तो एक different story है, अभी तो उस पे मैं आया नहीं है. पूरी स्टोरी लंबी है, सारा टाइम ले रहा हूँ. या तो लाइक क्वालिफाइड GMAT. अब GMAT लेके क्या करोगे बताओ? एटलीस्ट आप MBA के कॉलेजेस में जाओ, राइट. सी अब MBA के कॉलेज में एडमिशन लेना अच्छी बात है, you can get the admission. But again, managing that lifestyle, is not easy.
Exactly.
I mean, go to, even you are in IIT, okay. If you go to IIT, okay, or if you are from middle class family, right, or if you are from a lower class family, if you are going to IIT, I guess 40 or 50% you can see via car, student, right. If you go to IIMs, 80% लोग तो कार से आते हैं. Yeah. Then again the lifestyle. Complementing with that lifestyle was not like easy for me. मेरे लिए तो 5,000 मिल जाए उस टाइम पे बहुत बड़ी चीज होती थी. कि मेरी 5,000 की सेविंग है मेरे अकाउंट में. छोड़ दिया मैंने उसको. Again I came back to Bangalore.
Again go to Bangalore.
Yeah. Okay, उसका एक मोटिवेशन था. मोटिवेशन ये था कि when I knew that like कि ग्रेजुएशन से कुछ भी नहीं होने वाला है, you need to have knowledge. Get it? Then again I went for a trial there. Okay, I started working for Sonata Software. Okay, ये कुछ कंपनीज थी जो काफी ट्रेंड में थी और ऐसे है भी उस टाइम पे, TCS, टेक महिंद्रा, लोग काफी जाते थे, cool. Then I joined there. Okay. And you know what? Many thanks to a few of companies, especially where I have worked with them. बड़ी कंपनी में जाने का सबसे बड़ा फायदा ये होता है कि they also take care of your personal development.
Right.
Right. Many companies are having their employee welfare association. Even it includes either Infosys, TCS, Cognizant, Sonata. Many are there, and every company should have. They actually help you to complete your higher education, any of your personal development program you're looking for. So they help you in that, right? So I just enrolled for the masters that time. I enrolled there, right? And then so उस time पे again the question was like कि उस time पे नाम क्या था पता है? Oxford, Cambridge, Yale, ये सब थोड़ी वो चीजें पता थे. Stanford, honestly, I was not knowing, right? Or even having GMAT or CAT, even Stanford is having their own examination. Yeah. I qualified there. I was not knowing that Stanford is the biggest university. 2-3 days back, one of my colleagues told that you have got world's second biggest university. You should go for that, right? I informed to my dad. He was disappointed. Yeah, he was disappointed. कि भाई पैसा कहाँ से आएगा?
Exactly, like for the first concern of Indian middle class family.
56 lakhs was the fee that I had to pay. Getting fine. Then बैंक वालों को दरवाजा खटक रहा है उस टाइम पे. Okay, thanks to Canara Bank again. They provided the loan. Okay, few of my relatives, right? I reached there somehow. Okay.
Oh, great.
Now, okay, I reached now. एक सरकारी स्कूल में पढ़ने वाला बच्चा इंग्लिश कैसे बोले इतना सारा?
स्टैनफोर्ड जा रहा है अब तो.
Communication was also the biggest issue, right? Again, बैंक ने तो आपको सिर्फ आपके एजुकेशन का ही लोन दिया है, right?
Personal expenses and all.
और रहने का खर्चा कौन देगा?
हाँ.
Getting smaller jobs, many things that I have handled, right? पता है जो अपन टीवी में देखते हैं कि भाई सच में लोग पेड जॉब करते हैं, ये सब चीजें होती है, वो फैंटेसी नहीं है, सच में है वो.
ये है एक्चुअली है. मेरे दोस्त भी हैं मास्टर्स कर रहे हैं and they do that.
Yeah, तो वो फैंटेसीज नहीं है, that everything is there, that is actually existing, right? Things were going well. That was the best days of my life. Learned a lot. Okay, enjoyed a lot. Many things I learned. How to survive. With a single burger for 2 days, I learned there. Yeah. So many things I experienced there, and the table turned when I got my first qualified job after my MBA, that was Boeing, and special thanks publicly to the Boeing company.
So you have worked in Boeing too?
Yeah, that was my first job. The actual job over there, but yeah.
Great. Actually, I tried to look for it. Like your LinkedIn profile was not there, so I tried to look for other website and all, and I could not find this part actually. I got to know a lot of things, like you worked as a salesperson and all.
I had worked with Boeing. In fact, that was the first job actually.
Great, man.
Yeah. So that time अब सबसे बड़ा जो मेरा कंसर्न था वो था बैंक का लोन रीपे करना.
Every MBA student after their MBA,
that is the
concern is pay back
of our Indians, just to repay the loan.
हाँ.
अब लोन किन किन के थे बता दो आपको. A few bankers, one or two, okay, and one or two microfinance companies. जो आपको instant loan देते हैं with the highest interest rate.
Right.
Yeah. And in India, that is the maximum on 26%, 29%, 30% the interest rate.
बिल्कुल.
NC लेते हैं हम. अब suppose that
जिनको जरूरत होती है वो लेते हैं. They do that.
Right. मंथ के एंड में पैसा खत्म हो गया. अब मुझे पैसा चाहिए 10,000 रुपया. चलिए, तो पता है मैं इंटरेस्ट रेट नहीं देखूंगा, मैं 10,000 रुपये देखूंगा.
बिल्कुल.
लेकिन कि पैसा दे पहले, सैलरी आएंगे तो मैं दे दूंगा तुम्हें.
दे दूंगा.
So here here is something that we lack, right? चलो हमने लिया था पैसे. Then I had worked there at that headquarters. Chicago is the headquarters for Boeing. Okay, few months. Then being an Indian, I got transferred again to Bangalore. Bangalore is the old office, right? So I worked there then again I chosen here to come to Delhi. Delhi में CP में इनका office है, right? I had worked, okay. Then I got an opportunity from Apple. Okay, being very frank, I was very pissed off the loans of all these finance companies, right? So somehow I had to get some better opportunity in terms of monetary, in terms of my salary. I chosen Apple, went to Singapore, I worked for them, right? Approx 8 to 9 months I worked, and then I got laid off.
Okay.
If you remember in 2018 iTunes की services बंद हो गई थी. iTunes completely said right? I had also lost my job there. Few were also with me, right? Then again approx 2-3 महीने I was sitting, then I started working as a freelancer, as a consultant, with India's not only India's, the world's biggest venture capital firm.
Okay.
I won't tell you the name, right? Yeah. So 3 to 4 months I worked for them, and I realized many things there. You have a talent, okay? You have everything, right? You are in a startup, you pitch to all those bigger VCs, okay? They ask you, your valuation or your projection should be done by EY, or many bigger companies. Getting how? I mean, you are having in a startup, आपकी जो yearly जो revenue है आपका 5 लाख रुपए है. Getting, आप कैसे EY 5 लाख रुपए दोगे अपने valuation के लिए? Not possible, right? उस टाइम पे वहां आप छट जाते हो. सेकंड, एक इन्वेस्टर्स से इंट्रोड्यूस करवाने के लिए आजकल की जो कंसल्टेंट कंपनीज है आपसे 20,000-25,000 चार्ज करती है, राइट? हाउ विल यू getting? So then I had resigned the company, right? And there Foxhog happens.
Okay, that's when you founded Foxhog.
Yeah, right. So on March 7, 2020, it was a World's Women's Day. Right. I started Foxhog with the 3 female, and I was the one male, right? So that is
actually I'm sorry to interrupt you here. Sorry to interrupt you here. I actually read somewhere that Foxhog Ventures is also known as a female-led company.
Female-led foundation, correct, right? Yeah. So
how and why?
Yeah, so I'll tell you, when I had started Foxhog, again, the reason behind, that why Foxhog got registered in USA. Why not an Indian company?
Exactly.
Again, the greatest mindset what I have seen, if you go and pitch to any investors out of the country, having a limited company, Indian registered, they simply reject you.
They
reject you.
Oh, they reject you. Okay.
Yeah.
And why is that?
See, many things that would have happened past with the bankers. Okay. Either they are Nirav Modi's or anyone is there. So that bankers and investors are not trusting Indian companies most of the time. Getting? So that was the reason to register a US based company. That's why we are called Foxhog Ventures Corp.
Got it.
Yeah. Because I have learned many things in that VC where I was working. Getting? Oh, VC works. Getting? See, VC, that means you have to give the money. But how will you give the money? Once you get the money, then you give. Right?
Exactly. First you have to raise money, and then you invest that money in other startups.
The money, okay, you need to show the trust first to the investors. Right? So that is why I could register the company in US, and that was easy for me. I have lived there, I had my address, everything, right? So I got an office there, and then I registered there, right? Great. And then I introduced this company in India, right, with subsidiary of that US based company, correct? 3 were my female founders were there. One was a lawyer, then again 2 were in the same business, right? So somehow we started. First funding we have done that was for 3 lakhs rupees.
Okay.
The company name was Indian Miranda. Okay, yeah. I still remember 3 lakhs rupees. And then what happens कि अगर आप कुछ चीजें करते हो ना, वो कहते हैं आगे बढ़े चलो कारवा बनता चला गया, something like that. So that happened with me, in first year, I got many things, I got few of my investors on board with the team, and I closed my first year, for 96.34 something crore rupees. The first closing was that, close to 100.
Amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Again, then क्या होता है, कि every 100 miles of distance always starts from your first step.
Right. Of course.
Once you are able to start things, right, then देखो क्या होता है, कि आप जीत और हार को आप साइड में रखो, ठीक है, पहले आप रेस में आओ, बी इन द रेस, जीत और हार का फैसला बाद में होता है,
बाद में होगा. Get into the process first.
Right, then you would realize. I came into the now again while having a bigger players like all these nationalized bank, again small finance bank, private finances, all these VCs, right? How we sustained. This is also the questions from we are the member of CII currently, Confederation of Indian Industry, right? We also few other associations. People are questioning okay, how you can sustain, how you are sustaining. Sustainability comes from your hard work, and your reaches, whatever you are doing that should be available to the public. मैं बुराई नहीं करना चाहता but again if you see about everyone is knowing that government is having different many policies for the startups, right? Okay. मुद्रा लोन गवर्नमेंट का कहाँ है, या किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड कहाँ है? There are not many banking products are there, by the people, by especially government, right? But that common people. Okay. So again, what I did, okay, first I started business consultant program. Yeah, जिसमें कि I just reached to the rural areas of the country, right? जिसके पास खुद का ऑफिस है, get our license, getting and distribute loans there, right? I reached there. Okay, so actually if you see about, then I had a starter from the village where we are them. Getting तो आप डॉक्टर हो ना, तो आप पेशेंट के पास जाओ. Obviously, if you are a doctor, don't be the businessman. Don't sell your product. Right. Because see, if you are a doctor, then your job is to treat the patient, not to sell the medicine. Exactly. Get it? Yeah. So because see, if you have a patient, okay, then medicine is pre-sold from you. Right. You can recommend the same medicine, but directly if you are selling the medicine, okay, then who would be trusting you? So yeah, basically you first have to cater your audience, and then you start or sell something to the audience. Correct. So right. First so you are supposed to cater them. Yeah. So that is how we sustained. Right. Now currently, if you see about our first, हमारा पहला year था 100 crore का, और हमारा ये पहला quarter है 100 crore का. इस साल का. Yes, in India especially. So that is kind of one of the achievements of Foxhog, yeah, right? Of course. We have an achievement, and all thanks to few of my business partners, right? You know what? Look, पता है, again, I would also like to talk something about our education system. You know, पता है, लोग US, UK और बाहर क्यों जाते हैं पढ़ने के लिए? Honestly speaking, वहाँ पे practical knowledge दी जाती है. Oh. Actually, getting. Currently, we are operating more than 23 branches. Okay, and my company has invested not even a single penny to establish all the branches. Oh. Yep. Okay. Let me tell you one of my story. In my college days in Stanford, they had given a project last year my project was there, right? So they had given us a project that start your company when you have nothing in your pocket. Start a company where start your company when you have nothing in your pocket. Okay, nothing in your pocket. Okay. Yeah, we were 5 people there, right? And we did it. How we did it? I'll tell you a small story. This is I got the project, right? Nothing we had. Simply created a that free Gmail address on the company name, right? Okay. And we approached for paid interns. ओके, हमने 10 पेड इंटर्न्स हायर किए डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कॉलेजेस से, दे ऑल पेड $100 ईच।
ओके
ओके, हमने उनको हायर किया, राइट। अब हमने 3 महीने पहले उनको हायर किया, उन्होंने पेमेंट हमें दे दिया ना, उनके हमने पैसे से हमने कंपनी रजिस्टर कराई, ऑफिस लिया हमने, या अब वो आए मार्च के बाद जब उनकी ज्वाइनिंग होने वाली है, राइट। उन्होंने फिर से हमारे लिए काम किया, उन्होंने 3 महीने फ्री के प्रोडक्ट्स बनाए, राइट। नाउ अगेन वी हैड 10 इंटर्न्स, पेड इंटर्न्स ऑफ एमबीएस मार्केटिंग,
ओके
गेटिंग। फिर हमने उसी फ्री के प्रोडक्ट्स को फ्री के मार्केटिंग वाले से सेल करवाया, getting company went with the value, right, with the product and services, then again we submitted the project to the college,
awesome awesome
getting.
great
So like, this is something practical. So the same thing what I have introduced here, business consultant program. Again, like, Indian money market is the business of sentiment, always remember.
Right. Actually, India may, whenever you invest in a startup or any company, there are a lot of issues at the startup end also and at the investors end also. So my question to you is, what are the factors that you consider before investing in a startup? एक क्या क्या फैक्टर्स हैं जो आप कंसिडर करते हो अगर लेट्स से कोई बंदा आता है अपना स्टार्टअप लेके?
If you see about analyzing,
हाँ
we have a predefined due diligence process.
हाँ
Okay, जो
Okay.
हर एक बैंक और हर एक कंपनी करती है,
ठीक है
but the most important part for me as an investor is that my vision and that vision for that company should match first of all.
Okay.
Getting why? Like, I'm not lending the money to them, I'm being the partner for the company. Getting
Exactly.
that means कि उस कंपनी के फाउंडर को कभी मेरे ऑफिस में आके चाय पीना पड़ सकता है और मुझे उसके साथ कभी 1 महीने बिताने पड़ सकते हैं।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
Getting being the partner of the company. Getting so first of all, I need to understand about the vision, that we both are on the same page or not. Getting हो सकता है कि सामने वाले का विजन सिर्फ और सिर्फ रेवेन्यू
हो सकता है
maybe, but like the most very, like, I always often say, like, that investing in different minds is not only an ROI. Getting अगर मुझे सिर्फ ROI चाहिए ना, सारा पैसा लेके मैं जोमेटो वाले को दे दूंगा, yeah, getting I'll give to big companies, I'll get a better ROI. No,
right.
Investment in different companies, the motto behind is that that the different problems of society should be resolved,
Should be solved, right. And there should be a change, there should be a better product or service for each and everything that we have right now.
Right. So like, this is the motto behind the investment. हमारे छोटे से छोटे, बड़े से बड़े इन्वेस्टमेंट का मतलब सिर्फ यही है, like, कि छोटी से छोटी, बड़ी से बड़ी प्रॉब्लम्स को हम सॉल्व करें, getting, then that investment should be like, should have some worth. Getting so coming to your question, like, that what we see, we have predefined that due diligence process that all bankers are. We have our partner KPMG and PwC, they do the diligence process, right? At the same point, like, process is like internal verification is there, knowing your founders, knowing about, like, the product and services, like, there are many trends, like, कि आपके पास प्रोडक्ट कुछ भी नहीं, आप IIT और IIM से आपके पैसे मिल जाएंगे, बट हमारे पास नहीं है ऐसा कुछ भी, nothing like that. Getting show me your product first. Your civil is बहुत बड़ा है आपका civil, doesn't matter to us. Getting आप बैंक डिफॉल्टर हो, doesn't matter to us. Getting come to us because, see, we don't want to see your past and present. Okay, we are investing in your future. We are betting in your future product. So show me what you have for the future, right? We have money for you. So this is the concept that what we are leading, and that is how we are sustaining. सिंपल सी बात है, एक बैंक डिफॉल्टर आपके पास आता है अच्छे नए प्रोडक्ट को लेकर के, हमारे पास है बहुत सारे, देर है, मैं नाम नहीं लूंगा, देयर हैज बीन अ कंपनी जिनके पास 107 करोड़ का लोन है, या 107, getting they have got 60 crore from us, getting जिसमें कि 50% वो लोन वाले को दे रहे हैं कि चलो तब तक मुंह अपना बंद रखो. So like, you never know, like, that कि कौन इंसान कब अच्छी शुरुआत कर सकता है,
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल,
और कौन कब कमबैक.
That's really a great thing that you are trying to solve, because once a person becomes a defaulter, bank really does not show interest
तो
in it.
उसके पास 2-3 ऑप्शंस होते हैं। बैंक अगर
हाँ,
तो बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस होते हैं, जिसमें कि 2-3 ऑप्शन वेरी नोन है। पहला आप देश
हाँ,
छोड़ के चले जाओ, ठीक है, और दूसरा आप दुनिया छोड़ के चले जाओ। या करेक्ट, ग्रेट एग्जांपल मैन। आप देखो ना, हमारे जो किसान के सुसाइड रेट्स के हैं इंडिया में, छोटा अमाउंट होता है उनका, तो 1 लाख रुपए भी नहीं होता है अमाउंट, 50,000 60,000।
बिल्कुल।
रिकवरी वाले घर पे आते हैं।
हम्म।
Getting? So I am not committing that I'll repay your loan. No. Getting? Because see, once we fund, again we get a declaration from the people, like, that, I mean, if you have any existing debts or anything is there, right? Then please declare, okay, that, I mean, no any money which has been raised from Foxhog will be used to clear existing debts. Nothing like that. Getting? But yeah, of course, we are helping you to increase and to, like, build your new products in the market.
To grow, right.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so as of now, what are the future plans of Foxhog Venture?
See, I'll tell you, like, see, I know, just like, in India, any of the finance company you talk about, okay, ये सपना होता है नेशनलाइज बैंक का लाइसेंस लेना। ओके, आपने बंधन बैंक को अपने सामने उठते देखा होगा, राइट? IDFC बैंक, you have a great example in front of you, right? AU स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक, एक जयपुर की प्राइवेट कंपनी जो सिर्फ बाइक और, लाइक, 2 व्हीलर्स को फंड करती थी। तो अगेन, ऑफ कोर्स, लाइक, we are looking to be the nationalized banker in India, where we have got the VC's license and we have got the microfinance license, right? We are also lending into rural areas. We are also into investment, right? Now we are taking banking license, in upcoming 10 years or 12 years, whatever. I mean, it's all about, like, see the transactions, that how good transactions you are having, that, like, RBI can trust on you, right? Provide you, right? Different compliance are there. So of course, this is, like, the use and the biggest, and, like, the current aiming goal, what, like, I'm aiming. Okay, but again, this is the goal, like, that इसके लिए हमें बहुत सारी चीजों को करना जरूरी है। Getting? Having a goal is better and great, okay, but working for the goal is the best.
बिल्कुल। लाइक लोगों के पास आइडिया होता है, या फिर यू हैव अ प्लान ऑफ एक्शन इन माइंड, बट इफ यू वांट एग्जीक्यूट दैट, यू आर नॉट गोइंग एनीवेयर।
See, it is just like that, like, if you have 1 crore rupees in your account but you're not using that, yeah,
राइट।
people are even, अब देखो, मैं तो अपना खुद का एग्जांपल दूंगा कि मैंने 27 साल में जो किया, मैं 20 साल में क्यों नहीं कर पाया भाई? मैं पहले कर लेता। Why? Because see, मैंने ऐसी कोई प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं देखी उस टाइम पे। मैंने दुनिया को एक्सप्लोर नहीं किया कि लाइफ में क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है, राइट? मेरी जो कॉलेज की दुनिया थी, वही मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ी दुनिया थी उस टाइम पे। गेटिंग? ऐसे में तो फिर दुनिया देख लेता, तो ऐसे बहुत सारे हैं। 15 years old is the youngest CEOs in the country. We have,
अभी तो है,
yeah, we have, yeah. So, like, it's all about, like, to, like, I'll always tell people, like, that I mean, success is not something, like, that, I mean, that is coming towards overnight or something like that. Getting, or, like, always use stairs, do not use lift for all these things. Right. I mean,
don't go for shortcuts.
Never.
Find a sustainable way.
Yeah, मैंने भी यूज किया बहुत सारे शॉर्टकट्स लाइफ में। बहुत सारे। देखो, एक एज होता है, लेकिन जहां पे आपको सारी चीजें बहुत जल्दी चाहिए होती है।
हाँ, कि हर कुछ मेरे को बहुत जल्दी अचीव करनी है, ये भी काटा है, वो भी हो जाए, सब कुछ।
तो वो पता है, दैट वो फैंटेसीज में होती है हमारी, अरे हाँ हो जाएगा, कर, पर एक्चुअली में होता नहीं है वो।
राइट। Alright, great. So any advice for aspiring entrepreneurs? जो लोग अभी, they are just getting into entrepreneurship and trying to understand the startups ecosystem.
बहुत बड़ी चीज तो नहीं, बट एक दूंगा, लेकिन कि I mean, किसी भी बिजनेस को करने से पहले एक जॉब जरूर करो।
Give me a reason why.
Yeah.
Like क्यों जॉब इम्पोर्टेंट क्यों हो जाता है?
Yeah, बताता हूँ आपको, लेकिन कि अगर आप कोई सामान बेचना चाहते हो ना, ठीक है, तो पहले उसके बारे में आपको जानना जरूरी होता है एज अ कस्टमर। ठीक है, अदरवाइज आपके एम्प्लॉय आपको बेच खाएंगे, आपके कस्टमर आपको बेच खाएंगे। Correct. So
जीवन लाइन
if
अच्छे
you
से
want,
आपके एम्प्लॉय आपको
yeah,
रेस्ट देंगे.
actually yes. So if you want to run a company,
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
okay, then first of all learn, that how people are running a company.
How things happen.
Yeah,
बिल्कुल.
getting. So if you want to sell anything, first of all experience about that product, that how that is, sell होगा भी या नहीं होगा. Getting.
Agree.
First thing, okay. Second, have patience.
Have patience.
Patience pays you a lot. Getting.
Right.
Yeah. If you lose patience, again, then nothing gonna happen.
Nothing gonna happen. Right.
In the life.
Great.
Yeah.
That's a great piece of
Yeah.
advice.
Okay. Again, the next one, like, take care of your employees.
Because that is your asset.
Yeah.
If they are not happy, you are not going to
If you
go
have
anywhere.
employees and the good team members, okay, you'll have clients too in future.
Amazing. Right.
Okay.
Perfect.
And the last one, always be true to yourself.
Be honest.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, be honest to yourself,
Just
right?
to be honest with the people. They don't deserve. Simple. Okay.
Great.
But true to be yourself. Getting,
Amazing.
true to yourself. At least अपने आप से सच मत, झूठ मत बोलो.
Right.
कि हाँ भाई कंपनी चला रहे हैं, अगले साल मेरा 10 करोड़ का टर्नओवर होगा, फिर अगले साल मैं 50 करोड़ में चला जाऊंगा, अरे मैं फंडिंग ले ही लूंगा, हो ही जाएगा. नो,
ऐसा नहीं. Be realistic actually. Be realistic and be honest to yourself to what you are exactly doing.
आप तो कम से कम जानो भाई कि यार होना क्या है तुम्हारा. Getting. So few things that these things I have realized, getting, and अपनी देखो, और like always like remember, always get ready to make mistakes.
Right.
Getting. Always ready.
Actually,
always ready to take risk.
What I was saying is actually when you make mistakes, one thing that you should always do is learn from that mistakes and don't repeat that. If you're going to repeat the mistake, you're not going anywhere. You are going to face the same mistake again.
लाइफ में ना बहुत सारे ऐसे मिस्टेक्स होती है, लाइक जो आपको एनकरेज करती है दोबारा वही सेम मिस्टेक करने की. ठीक है. मिस्टेक्स ऐसी होती है लाइक जो आपको सिखाती है.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
वहां पे आपका कॉमन सेंस बहुत काम आता है कि आप किस मिस्टेक्स को कैसे लेते हो. And common sense, which is not so common.
Yeah. Common sense is not so common. Great. So I think we have few questions here. So let's take that. Someone said, how to start a startup? Would you like to answer that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, these all are very interesting questions. Like, I would love to answer. So, how to start a startup? Like, first of all, like, always remember that startup is a word which is called, like, biggest risk. So, like, be ready to make experiment. Because see, startup that is not established business. जब वो startups एक industry का रूप लेते हैं तब हम उसको बोलते हैं businesses. और startups का मतलब ये नहीं लेकिन कि भाई आप एक कंपनी खोले. नो, doesn't mean 10 रुपए है आपके पास, जाओ कोई सामान खरीदो, उसको 12 रुपए में बेच के दिखाओ एक बार आप उसको.
बिल्कुल.
Getting. Startup is not something to starting a company. Getting. रुपीस आजादपुर के मार्केट में जाओ, ओके, 10 किलो आलू खरीदो, ठीक है, और फिर उसी 10 किलो आलू से 5% का प्रॉफिट ला के दिखाओ. Getting. किसी का पुराना फोन खरीदो, ठीक है, उसी से प्रॉफिट लेके बेच के दिखाओ उसको.
बिल्कुल.
So that is startup.
Right.
So don't think. First of all, startup करने के लिए आपको सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है. यानी जब आप सोचोगे ना, once you think that I have to start something, you will not start. फिर उसके consequences आपके दिमाग में आएंगे और वो आपको डरा देंगे कि भाई हो जाएगा, फेल हो जाएगा, पैसे डूब जाएंगे, माँ बाप मारेंगे, ये करेंगे, वो करेंगे. नहीं. If you want to start a startup, start it. Start up. It word says no. Start करो. Start up. कर दो start. Don't think.
That's really an amazing answer to that question, because people just keep on wondering with an idea. They don't actually implement it. They don't actually research and get in the market and see if this product is really needed, right?
Again, looking for ideas, right? Okay. See, पहले आप मार्केट में आए नहीं हो. गिरी. आप आइडिया को चूज तब करते हो जब आपके पास हजारों कॉम्पिटिशंस आपके सामने हो. गिरी. तो उसमें अरे भाई नहीं ये आइडिया, चलो इसके पास है, मैं ये नहीं करूंगा. सारी आइडिया
हम्म,
इसके पास, जब आपको पता ही नहीं है कि आपने जो आइडिया आपके पास है वो किसके पास है,
हम्म,
किसके पास नहीं है, कैसा चल रहा है, कैसा नहीं चल रहा है।
हम्म, हम्म,
आपने देखा है एक इंडिया में ट्रेंड हमारा, कि जो ज्वेलरी की दुकान होती है, ठीक है, ज्वेलरी की दुकान, जैसे कि कोई किराने की दोस्त के बगल में ज्वेलरी की दुकान नहीं होती है, ज्वेलरी की
बिल्कुल
दुकान है
नहीं,
तो उसी के अगल बगल बहुत सारे ज्वेलरी की दुकान होती है,
बिल्कुल।
राइट। अगर वो ये देखे भाई मनोहर लाल भी झुमके बेच रहा है और मैं श्याम लाल भी झुमके बेच रहा हूँ, राइट, ओके, तो फिर वो कौन बेचेगा सामान, ये बताओ मेरे को जरा, यानी। तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, डू नॉट थिंक अबाउट आइडियाज, think about
राइट।
starting up first. Okay, come into the market. Okay, pick any idea or product. Okay, experiment about it. Okay, then again choose many ideas, see the competition, and then from many ideas choose that single idea, okay, जिससे आप आगे बढ़ना चाहते हो, यानी। तो
ग्रेट।
स्टार्ट करने के लिए आपको इनिशियल आइडिया की तो जरूरत कहाँ है, ये बताओ ना आप। या
राइट। Awesome, awesome. So I think I'm at the end of the question. In case people have any question, yeah, you can put down here. And apart from that, in case you're a startup founder and looking for funds, you can always approach Foxhog Venture, right?
definitely,
And you can
always,
follow
always,
Tarun on,
if,
yeah,
if,
and you can
even
follow
I
Tarun
will,
on different social
I'll
media.
like personally, that, I mean, if you're having any ideas, यानी, but
Mm-hmm.
कि नहीं मेरे पास कंपनी रजिस्टर्ड होनी चाहिए तब मैं इन्वेस्टर से अप्रोच करूंगा, प्रोजेक्शन इतना बड़ा होना चाहिए, नो, नथिंग लाइक दैट। इसके लिए हमने सिंपल चीजें बनाई है, यानी में इंटरनेट नहीं चल रहा है, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं,
Mm-hmm.
ठीक है, आपके पास कुछ भी नहीं है, कोई बात नहीं, आप हमारे नियरेस्ट ब्रांच में जाइए, यानी हमने बकायदा
Mm-hmm.
बैंक की तरह फॉर्म वहां पे रखवाया है, जैसे आप
Mm-hmm.
लोन अप्लाई करते हो, यानी go to
Right.
this, okay, fill the form, okay,
Mm-hmm.
people will listen your ideas, okay,
Right.
it's
Right.
okay, go online, fill the form, doesn't matter, that key, see, any idea comes in your mind, come to us,
Great. That's really
getting,
great that you are
don't
supporting people
start,
with just an idea and
it in your mind, come to us, getting, call us,
awesome.
we have messaging services, WhatsApp services, emails,
Mm-hmm.
branches, nearby branches, everything we have,
Great, great,
visit.
great. Sir, for agriculture industry, any like what do you suggest?
Yeah, agriculture, recently there is a company, even I'll tell you about. Dairy Cart is a company based out of Odisha. We recently have invested
Mhm.
in the company. Okay, they are into
Oh,
agriculture, they are into buying of cattle, they are into dairy products, right? So
mhm.
that I guess we have minimum 6% of the investment they are into agriculture. And especially मैंने आपको बताया agriculture के लिए आपको 100 million or 20 million की जरूरत नहीं होती है. You are
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
amount, right? And then we have a segment that is called Foxhog Small Finance. Okay?
अच्छा.
Yeah, they are reaching to villages, right? For a smaller amounts, up to 1 lakh
Mhm.
rupees. Getting, for every seasons we are providing the money. Getting, okay, without collateral, without interest rate.
Great. I mean, amazing.
And that
That I guess
investment,
people should
that is
be
investment. So even आपको इस चीज की चिंता भी नहीं है, लेकिन कि भाई मेरा फसल खराब हो जाएगा, मैं पैसे कैसे दूंगा, सामान गिरवी रखूंगा, nothing like that. Come to us.
right. So everyone who is listening it right here, or people who will be listening it once it is uploaded on Instagram, you can reach out to Foxhog Venture or Tarun, or you can just fill out the form on from the website, and yeah, see if
Yeah,
how it goes.
even don't fill out the form, call to us. इतना
Great. That's
इतना होने की जरूरत नहीं है, सिंपली नंबर उठाइए, डायल टोल फ्री, ओके,
great.
विल रीच आउट टू यू।
Great. Thank you so much, Tarun, for being a guest here and explaining people what entrepreneurship is and your inspiring journey. I hope people would, take some motivation and inspiration from you, and learn something and implement the same. So yeah, thank you once again.
Thank you very much for having me here once again, and thank you all the listeners and viewers, guys. All right then, thank you,
Yeah. Bye.
thanks.
Great. Great. Amazing. I hope you guys learned something. In case anyone have any question for me, you can put it down here. Else we can just wrap it up. Amazing. By the way, guys, in case you want to, ask anything, you can put down your question in the comment section after this video is uploaded on the Instagram. So we will try to answer your question in the comment section too. So yeah, thank you so much.